Alright, this is for the YouTube video since no one's here right now. Going to be playing Furi tonight. Just going to be trying it out. I've played a little bit. We'll see how it goes. I'm just kind of interested in getting further into it and seeing how the game changes as you play. Because at the moment, I mean, it's difficult getting into like the first and second boss fights. I mean, it's not too difficult, but I'm wondering how they change it up over the course of the game, or if they just ramp the difficulty even more. So, let's go ahead and dive in. So this is Furi. I'm going to go ahead and start a new game. I'm going to go ahead and skip this opening cinematic. Okay, so first off, this already leads me into one thing that I really dislike about the game, are these in-between walking sections. So right now, just for reference, I'm pressing down on the stick. Still pressing down. If I let go, press down, I go here now. I understand what's going on mechanically, but right now I'm pressing right. Pressing down, left, up. And now I'm pressing up, right, down, left, and you have to let go. It's just frustrating. I really dislike that, but I won't get into that just yet. Let's just go ahead and get into this first boss fight. It's kind of the tutorial boss fight, so I'll just kind of break down the mechanics.
I'll make you regret. You listen to me, and you listen good. You'll never escape. I swear I'll put you right back.
Alright, skipping that. See there, it's teaching me how to parry. I didn't do it that time, but so he'll attack me, and I press that, and it goes green when I do a successful parry.
I was hoping you'd try to get up, so I can hurt you real bad. See here, I mean, it's just sort of tutorializing the main mechanics of the game, introducing me to different aspects that I'll be coming up against during these boss fights. Missed it there. Of course, this one's a bit forgiving. One of the things I don't quite understand is they didn't really, at least, let me double check here. There's options, how to play. I didn't notice it before, but I didn't really learn going through the tutorial what this does. Holding the right stick, glowing my sword. Supposedly it raises your attack, which, yeah, looks like it does.
But it's time to get serious. Those shocks in the cell, they really hurt, don't they? Well, that was nothing. I'm gonna teach you some real pain. Do you really think you can beat me?
This is actually one of the harder parts of the game, is actually trying to learn the rhythm that they attack you. Make sure you actually get it right. I'm no good at that. But when you get it down, you can actually do some pretty good attacks.
You're going back.
Like that. So you take down about a third of his health from just that quick time event.
No way.
A lot of the time I just end up dashing out of the way of his attacks. I should learn how to parry better because I'm guessing it gets really hard later in the game.
Come back here. I will take you down. Yeah, let's do this. No way. Eat this. You're gonna take some putting back together when I'm done with you.
And for those who may be watching the recording later on, one thing
Come back here.
to note about the game, these boss fights do seem to go on kind of long, but when you enter a boss fight, you can see the amount of lives that they'll have underneath their health bar, which is the top right, and then the amount of lives that you have to try underneath you. So I have 3 lives. I haven't used a single one because I haven't died yet. He has 2 left. So when I take down his health bar all the way, the first time it goes red, and then we go into a sequence where it's a close combat battle, and then after I beat him in the close combat, then his life is actually officially gone. So now, and then at that point, my health raises, his health raises, and we go for another round, with him being a little bit more difficult than the previous round, so to say.
Come back here.
Usually just with a different moveset, different attacks, harder to dodge attacks.
Eat this. There's no way you can defeat me.
And then each boss fight seems to end with this kind of giant thing at the end that you have to get past. Hey Wyatt, thanks for joining. So I'm at the end of this first boss fight. Didn't miss much.
I'm gonna kill you.
So yeah, that's the first boss fight. It's just a tutorial fight, really. And I'll let the cinematic doesn't last too long here. But yeah, so it introduces a bunch of the mechanics. Kind of doesn't introduce one of them, but you kind of learn that over time, I guess. But no, yeah, it's a very interesting, fast-paced bullet hell type game where you have a lot of fast decisions to make, as well as precise decisions to make, especially when it comes to parrying the enemy.
You will go back to your cell.
So we'll go on to boss number 2.
Excellent! What a thrill! Not your first time, right? Anyway, the good news, we're one step closer to freedom. The bad news, there's more out there waiting for us. But don't worry, I know them. I can help. Believe me, what's waiting at the end of all this is so worth the trouble. You and me, we're in the same boat now. Now let's get the hell out of here.
I haven't finished the game, but I have a feeling that it's not going to be worth the trouble.
Way down there lies a free world.
So,
A world of peace.
kind of what I was saying before I started that
where you're
fight.
free as the wind.
So, once
And you know
again,
what?
I'm pressing
We're
up, now I'm
going to
pressing
get
up.
there.
As it switches camera angles, it just sort of messes with you. It shouldn't, I don't know, it feels like it should be done better. These camera shifts are super jarring and don't really sit well with me as I'm playing. But it seems like the designers understood that after they made the sections and essentially made a cheat for the players to go through these walking sections easily. I can press right, and then when the camera shifts, realize I'm not pressing right, press right again and do this, or I can just tap X and the character will just automatically walk through these sections. And the worst part about these
I'll tell
sections
you what I know
is
on
they're
the way.
unskippable. I don't have anything I can do
But
to get
don't
past
expect
them.
all the answers.
I guess
It's all
it's
about what a
good
man
because they're
does.
introducing story, but as you've played the game before, if you're playing it a second time, which this is my second time or third time actually playing the beginning, I haven't finished the game, but it's frustrating that I have to sit here and watch these long, drawn-out sections.
That, my friend, is a prison. A prison within
So sorry to
a
my
prison.
viewer at the moment,
A very
Wyatt.
clever trick.
We'll get past this and get back into the game, figure out more how they designed it, and probably mostly just enjoy it because I really like the
You
gameplay of the game.
prisoner have a lot
The only
in common.
complaints I have so far
She
are
turned
this
up one day,
in-between section.
destroyed everything in her wake, and then bam, she got caged. They had to build all these layers so she couldn't get out. And you couldn't hear her scream. She tried to tear through those walls so many times.
This is just so long.
But they just kept growing back around her. It drove her completely insane. Enraged. She'll hunt anything and rip it to pieces. Now that's some jailer, right? But you and me, we know that being locked up fucks you up inside. We know that so well, don't we? That's why we did what we did. That's why we're getting out. That's why our story doesn't end like hers.
Alright, this is going to get into the second boss. We can get back into looking at the gameplay. And I don't mind these in-between sections, especially if you're playing it the first time and you want to have the story. But, yeah, it's very long-winded and takes a long time. Okay, now I can get in here. This is a part I can skip if I wanted to. Might as well watch the intro to this boss. Alright. So the one thing you have to do when playing this game is understand your surroundings. They sort of introduced in that little intro that walls will fall down. So if I do that, walls will break down. See there, her health goes back up, mine goes up, and now it's time for round 2. See, that bullet follows the rules of the purple bullets we've seen, which is that they follow you, but it does not go away when you shoot it. And you learn that the first time you get hit by one, so then you have to go, okay, well, how do I dodge it? And that's how. Get behind a wall. Oh, man. Yeah. I'm probably gonna lose this round. Yep. So I lost a life. Both our health goes up, and now we start over. Oh, and I guess you gain an extra life after you beat one of theirs. I never noticed that. Maybe I did something special. Game's at least a little bit forgiving in a way. Okay, so now she's cut off her leg restriction things. And I just wasted one of those little things on the side. I mean the middle. Which I haven't shown what they do. I'm saving them for like the last one because they're really nice to have. There we go. It's that last fairy. Oh man. Okay. Guess I have to press a button there. Hello, someone who joined in. Just playing the second boss here in Furi. Got all three. Jeremy Sir says, Furi? Yes, Furi. That's how it's spelled. They should release a Tron skin. If they release skins for the game, that's definitely one they should have. Alright, on to the boss's last life. Once again, the last life introduces a strong wave of attacks. We have to survive it. Oh shoot. There we go. And now close quarters, she's going to be invincible for a bit. And survive this. Oh shoot. There we go. Boss 2 down. And this is as far as I got in the game last time I played it.
Well
so
done.
Now I'll
Put her out of her misery.
go get myself a glass of water while I wait for this long-winded cinematic to end.
She crashed through one day, frantically searching for something.
Because that's how
Couldn't
this
make
game
sense
goes,
of
I
her. She
guess.
was so wild, so they put her in a cage. Then you came along and they did even worse. Way worse. It all went so wrong. But we're going to make things right again.
Let's see if my one viewer leaves during this cinematic this time. I had one viewer before, and he left during the last cinematic. These things are very long and you can't skip them. Press X, let him do the auto walk because the walking mechanics here are a pain. I love how he just went to the angle of that path. They really do a good job, though, of like setting up these areas, like making them distinct and interesting.
Can you feel it? It's like a dream. The breeze, the peace. Feels like we could take off and leave this place behind us. But you know better. Nothing is what it seems. We're stuck here, and the real world is somewhere else, down there.
So, Jeremy Stir, if you're still there watching, what do you think so far? You only saw like the end of that last boss fight, but anything you gotta say about this so far?
The old man coming up. There's more to him than meets the eye. A master of time, so they say. But if he's such a master, if he saw it all coming, why didn't he do something about it? Why didn't he stop it from happening? Or at least warn me? But look where we ended up.
Jeremy Stir says, I like the look of it, trippy, and seems a bit like Geometry Wars, which I'm a huge fan of. Yeah, it definitely has that frantic, almost, I guess, strategic feeling of Geometry Wars. Definitely fits within that genre of game.
For him, he chose to be here.
I am interested as I play through to see how hard the bosses get, because they supposedly get really hard.
Time to move on. Go cross his path, my friend. The jailer is the key.
Alright, let's see what this boss is like. I haven't even seen him yet.
Welcome, stranger. I have been looking forward to this moment. I foretold your escape, but not how far you would get. I am glad you made it to me. Time is a picture in motion through eternity. When you appeared, everything got still. You made the picture stop. I'm here to make my clocks tick again. I can't kill you, but I can remove you from my here and now, capture you and bring you back until the next cycle.
Alright. Oh, that's gonna be bad.
You live under the illusion of control. Abandon the fight. It is written.
Yeah, this game definitely has a really good soundtrack. It's one of the major points that I've read online, and as well as I've played it, I really enjoy it. They really managed to fit the style they were going for sure. Both musically, aesthetically, and even gameplay-wise, I really think it fits. Oh, shoot. Man. This is frustrating. Jeremister says it's got a really awesome 80s synth type sound. Yeah, definitely.
Go back. I see the future.
I did read online some of the bosses feel a bit tedious. I think this one might be one of the ones they were pointing out as being kind of tedious, because this is frustrating right now. Because I mean, I've figured out a way to get past the puzzle of it all. I just want to get to fighting the boss now. Shoot. Okay, what were the ones dropping health? I need some health. Man,
Could wait
don't tell me I have to start that
till I
over.
hold it.
Ugh. Okay. Let's try to be a bit smarter about this time.
You live under the illusion of control. Abandon the fight. It is
You know what? I'm just gonna do this. That might break it down even faster. And I've got some health.
You live under the illusion of control. Abandon the fight. It is written.
Alright. Got to him finally.
Experience comes perspective.
Oh, come on.
It's not looking good. And
With experience comes tranquility.
we shall meet again.
It's very Zenyatta-like. Oh, come on. Okay. I get that. I guess I can... Let's try that here. Okay, I can parry those back. That is much better. Oh, come on.
It's not looking good. It's not looking good.
Oh man, come on. Shoot. I have to start that all over now.
active.
All right.
But
He's finally down.
wait.
Don't give up.
Man.
Keep trying. You write your
Alright. I'm gonna try this one more time. And if I don't beat him on the stream, I'm editing the stream. I'll just try him on my own time. But this is ridiculously tedious.
You live under the illusion of control, abandoning the fight. It is written. You are fighting yourself. Can you see?
Jeremy says you have more patience than I. Yeah. Knowing you, Jeremy, you probably would have given up the first time you lost at this mirror part.
Go back.
Very first level's not too bad. Most levels are not like this. The first two bosses were actually kind of fun to play. This one's not so fun to play. I definitely think this is I understand like the thinking behind it, but these last way too long. This takes way too long to take down all these mirrors and get to them. I just think that they could have made this part a little bit shorter and then gotten to the battle part, like where you're actually fighting the dude,
You live under the illusion
a little sooner.
of control, abandoning the fight. It is written.
Let's see if I can do this. Ah, man. Got him.
With experience comes perspective.
It would be acceptable if somehow, if the terrain changed somehow. Not sure how they would do that. Yeah, it'd be interesting if, like, you know, this level wasn't just like so, not necessarily bland feeling, but I mean, the last map, last boss had all these walls that would break down, and felt interesting that way. This one's a big bunch of pink. Come on, I need some health. Need some health. Oh, come on. I am gonna die again. Oh, got him.
Make every second count.
No.
And thus the
God.
cycle ends.
Man.
We shall meet again.
Because you're like boxed in. Yeah, it definitely feels, I don't know, I don't know how that you would fix this boss. I mean, it's an interesting boss for sure. It's way too tedious. Shorten the amount of time it takes to take this pillar down. And I don't know, actually, maybe I've figured it out a bit better now. But even then, like, get to the next part, and there's just so many bullets flying around. I guess that's where, like, the difficulty just comes into place. But orbs that don't die and block all my shots. They're frustrating. Just gotta be really careful about where I place my character. There we go. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
Make every second count.
Man, this guy's tough. Okay, I've got one more life left, and then I have to start all the way over. And at that point, I'm going to give my final thoughts and just be done. Okay, come here. Oh, man. I am not doing good this time.
It's not looking good.
Shoot. Come on.
A crack in the shell.
Okay, I've got to watch for him. He's gonna come try to hit me, and I will.
Make every second count.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah,
Don't give up. Keep
that
trying.
gets super
You will write
tedious.
your own
So,
story.
I don't know. I really liked the beginning of this game. That boss is just frustrating. It's not even really fun. He's just super frustrating, super tedious, and I like to get to the boss after him. That's how I feel. But at the moment, I've been playing for about an hour, and my stream's been going for about an hour. I think I'm going to just call it a night, because that's just a little bit too frustrating and too, I don't know, it feels a little too unfair, a little too, like Jeremy said, you're a little boxed in. You just feel like you have no choice but to take damage at times. And I don't know, maybe I'm just not good enough at the game, and that's probably it, because people have beaten that boss. But I don't know, I find that boss to be frustrating, and it leaves a sour taste in my mouth after playing the first two bosses, which were a lot of fun. So, yeah, I'll come back to this game when I feel like it, but definitely has really good, really tight mechanics, really, really well put together control that way. I just feel like the game could do with some rethinking on that boss alone. That's all I really have to say about that boss. And the only really negative thing I have to say is that it seems like that's a little bit tedious. The in-between cutscenes go for a long time and feel like they could be shorter and a little less jarring. This level made sense because it's supposed to be like dreamlike, but the level before that was super jarring, and the controls during it are not so good, which is, I think, why the designers added in like an autopilot button to let your character just walk through the cinematic area while the other guy talks to you. But yeah, no, overall, I've enjoyed it, but I have a sour taste in my mouth after that boss fight. which seems to be the consensus of reviewers online. I saw a couple of reviews, and people say that the boss fights, there's some of them that are really good, and then some of them that just completely miss. And this one definitely missed for me. I just don't feel like it wasn't fun. It didn't feel even like it was a good challenge. It felt like it was unnecessarily hard, where it could have been an interesting fight. So yeah, that's Furi. Thanks for watching. Jeremy's here right now, and thanks for the other guy that was here. Yeah, I'll be back next week to play a different game, and maybe it'll be less frustrating than this one. All right, see ya.